we are live now. Here we go. They are staged for their practice lap. Jake, practice was interesting, and they are off already for their practice.
Anthony
lap.
destroyed him off the line. Oh, trouble. Jeez, man.
Oh.
Okay, well, now it's supposed to be the next pair, but, you know, half of the pair's not here.
Just let them run their actual qualifying lap.
Because it's supposed to be, like, practices around round 1, round 2, round 3. Because that's how it was in real life.
Anthony gonna get a 7.779.
Okay, Rob is here.
And the time being an 8.020. Let's run me and Rob. It is very late here. We just wrapped up Pit Party Jake. After this, we're gonna have some reveals, in the pit party. But I gotta run my lap now, so. What a lap there. 7.770 for practice here. So around my teammates. And 7.545 for myself. Wow, CRD and Arjan.
Okay, I'm back.
I currently have full practice.
That's nice.
Alright, this is a valid. Yes, it could, Connor. You get one in practice lap, and then next round will be real qualifying. Connor has to pull up to the line here. But you can see those lights are going to be a little bit tricky for the drivers here, but they got it down here. Oh, and Connor red lights. And that'll do it here for him. But Arjan still gets the win. You saw that too, right? He pulled over the line. RJ, I'm gonna get a 7.591. Alright, it's gonna be Jake and Jack.
Up where? You guys are outloaded all the way.
Your details are fine on my screen.
They're not there.
Yeah, I forgot to send this to him. Jackson, you gotta pull up a little bit. And they are off. Jake just smokes them, but he's into the dirt here. Jake gonna pass first here. Jake getting a 7.595. Joanna is here. And so Brandon, you gotta get to your truck, Brandon. Yeah, this is practice, yeah. Joanna, you gotta pull up a little bit. There you go. Oh. Warp. Up, there you go. Don't move. They are off! Here for racing. Or qualifying. Brandon gonna get it over the line, though. Joanna, 7.587. Brandon going to get a 7.591. And that, we'll give it a second here to wrap up practice. Here, if you guys want to just go park down here, like in the pits, you can. Like down here. Right here. In the street.
And so twisted that it's freaking me out. Distant eyes, it's no surprise you can't do anything now. I need a way to separate, but I'm telling you that nothing will ever be the same. Now that you want it, now that you need it,
Mohawk Warrior has made it, and so has Crackman.
Alright.
You gotta get in your truck. You gotta go up the ramp. It's over here. Thanks, please wake up.
I'm too far gone, trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof. And now I'm too far. I'm telling you.
Now, Jake, I find it very interesting how everyone's in, I think the favorite lane might just be the blue lane here. Oh, you guys gotta back up. You guys gotta stage your lights. Are the lights gonna work? No. Oh, well, he didn't go past the line, he just drove forward. Oh, Banks is out wide!
There you go.
Oh, crash! Crash! Alright, go through this tunnel and park it up. Time's coming in here. You're gonna get a 7.812. Time for Banks 8.304. Alright, I will be right back.
It's down. Crank around. And that one is qualifying. So here in just a moment. Not have the ability to use that before. Yeah, the main show is tomorrow. And we may need to rejoin the game in a moment here, I'm not sure.
Alright, I'm back.
Digger,
What's up?
are you able to reset the board?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know, we don't need to restart it. Although this one doesn't do is actually top of the board. Qualify.
And every second I waste is more than I can take. Qualifying. So numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want you to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I may end up failing too. But I know you were just like me, with someone disappointed in you. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want you to do is be more like me and be less like you. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Tired of being what you want me to be. I've become so
Carl Omega is scared to run practice.
Practice already over. We weren't removing the pit party, so that's not why we rejoined. Although I am gonna delete the spawn at the pit party. Spawn up there. So Carl Omega able to get the truck ready in time to get in his practice lap
Someone has
here.
to go on the other side to start the lights.
Yeah, I got it.
He is off. Look at the churn.
Really stock turn.
Oh!
Oh, he rolls over. Although it's only a 7.583. Not a bad time, don't get me wrong, but not as fast as it looks. It's really easy to lose minuscule amounts of time on the track, and it's kind of almost hard to figure out where you lose the time and where you gain the time here on the track. Very, very kind of tedious to drive on, but hopefully it'll make for some close racing. Also, yeah, for whatever reason, in fact, he's clearly the first there.
Oh, well. Criminal, you gotta practice, man. You gotta practice. Alright, you're gonna do it the last one. Now, Criminal is gonna make his lap. We got that truck fired up. This beautiful chrome body that we saw at Foxborough.
Pretty strong light behind it. Whoa, he got up on 2 wheels there. He's looking very fast, although swings it a little wide on the exit. That might cost him time, and it did. 7.526. Good time, but like I was saying with Carl Omega's lap, the lap can look really good. But that turn is so make or break, and it's very hard to tell where you're losing time in that turn.
Well,
And it's very hard to nail that turn.
I somehow got the best time of
Yeah,
practice.
top of the board for practice is going to be Omar Camacho, son of your point series champion. Although that was just practice, now we get to the real lap. 3 rounds of qualifying to get 1 lap in each lane, and then a 3rd optional round if you want to take a chance to run faster. I'd imagine, I don't know, we'll see how many drivers use that opportunity, because it's another chance to run an even faster lap if you think you can. And kind of, you know, in case there's a driver that messes up both laps, to kind of just take it easy, get a solid time in that they'll be okay with. But we'll see how that goes here.
As Criminal, that truck is probably still hot, but he's going to line it up just again for a round of... also, make sure to park in the tunnel after you're done.
Yeah, we need to remember which lanes we're in, because they have to split.
Right here in the near lane, the blue lane, Soldier Fortune.
Yeah, the lights are dropping. There's the green. Criminal destroyed him off the line there, but Brandon gets right back there with him. Criminal squeezes it way wide. Brandon pitched in a little too early. They come across together.
Oh my goodness.
What a violent wreck. Brandon actually got the better of the time, 7.550.
Oh my, Max wants to get on commentary.
Brother.
Criminal, you gotta park in the tunnel. I'm afraid you're still on the track.
We get to our next pair here, gonna be Vendetta and Wildside, I believe.
How come Saw ran early? I can't remember.
I don't know. He said I think he said he didn't think he was gonna be home later.
For their next lap. Well, where?
Yeah, we should just have them. They should just have them come park up top.
Where's Temp? Or whatever.
So Wildside, you know, ready to get stage here. Vendetta hasn't made it to the line yet.
Oh, he might just be lagging really bad then. Yeah, Wildside, as you can see right there, staged and ready. But over here is where the issues begin. You can see he is walking in place. He does not know how to get in the
Yeah. Can we just drop this there?
Yeah. Anthony, you can
Alright.
park.
Yeah, just park. So, trouble for Vendetta. They're going to drop that pair. The next pair coming up is going to be Kraken and Son of a Digger.
Oh, well, I just took the gear off.
What is the point in switching back and forth?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, either. That's why I asked.
Am I running with
Kraken didn't look too bad for that practice lap, but if you want to run the top time, you're going to need to speed it up a little bit. Has that 7-8 on the board right now. Andrew says he's coming.
Oh, well, okay.
Son of a Digger lining up in that blue lane, cracking
Oh
in the
my,
red lane here.
Max is here.
Both of the drivers getting staged here. Light the dropping.
Do we?
Clean light. Oh, cracking absolutely.
Well,
Son of a Digger has been left at the line.
I forgot I staged. I just did not mean to stage. I was unmuting Max.
Cracking with an 8.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here, you could park.
Boys, how are we doing tonight? It's World Finals qualifying.
Yep.
Doing splendid.
Yeah, does he go again? I mean...
Why would he go again?
Oh,
No.
Okay. Well, I need someone to do the lights or whatever.
Go. Nah, I'm not sure why you stayed. Because you were not ready.
Is there a spreadsheet for the World Finals?
This is the same as the current. So it's just for Son of a Digger and drop the light, let him run solo here. Pretty solid lap, slight bobble there in the corner. Otherwise, overall, pretty solid lap. 7.395, anything in that low 7s is where you want to be. So that'll be a good time to put up. And I mean, I imagine he kind of rests easy. A 7.3 is definitely going to put him in the upper half.
By the way, after you do your second qualifying lap, you can park on the top of it. Or whenever you do your qualifying lap, you can stay parked, that's good.
So the next pair coming up here is going to be Rob behind the wheel, El Toro Loco, and Bang, or Hunter, I should say, behind the wheel, the Great Coach Mohawk Warrior.
Oh, well, it's spawning down here.
It's spawned down here. Here, I'll just spawn the other one.
I already got it.
Oh, alright.
Rob, please wake up. Stop lagging.
He's literally floating.
How did I run a 7.3 though? That did not look like a 7.3.
Is there a spreadsheet so I can like look at the times and stuff and like who the drivers are?
It's on the normal.
Oh, it's on the normal sheet.
Yeah. Here, take the video.
El Toro Loco has somehow made its way into the ground.
Amazing. Oh, that is the wow. I just tried sending the spreadsheet. Thanks, please wake up. Good, you can just go up the ramp, Rob.
Now, Jake, based on what you've seen from the laps so far, and especially with, you know, I mean, the times that have been ran, especially with, you know, Omar running a 7.3, some other guys in that, like, 7.5, 7.6 range, what do you expect to see from the rest of the people running here?
I don't know. We still got a couple quick guys, but I don't know. The main thing has been consistency, and I feel like nobody has really been super consistent, at least consistently fast. There's people that can get in that fast range, but not consistently in that fast range. So we'll see how.
Yeah.
Don't go to the line yet.
And I mean, looking back at practice, I mean, you take a look at some of the faster times ran and some of the guys that were a little more consistent. I mean, you take a look at, you know, Jordan, Carl Mega, and Bakugan Dragonoid, who, aside from his third lap, was in the 7.4, 7.3 range pretty well. I mean, the spread there is only about 0.15 of a second. Do you expect him to be, you know, a big player in these top qualifiers here?
Oh, Rob just did
I expect him to be big, but yeah, Rob just slipped off the line. Big
Oh,
trouble.
man.
Bang. They both deep staged it, by the way. That's something that the drivers can do. Worked out for both of them. Oh, no.
my.
Rob after the line, though.
You got
he
it
saved
back.
that.
But hey, look at the time for Rob is 7.541.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty solid lap overall. Wild ending kind of, you know, dragged from the lap, but still, that would go T2 overall for right now.
Now, out of everyone in the field so far, who would you say has ran the most surprisingly out of everybody?
I honestly don't know. I missed most of the practice, so I didn't see any of it.
Fair enough. I guess we're going to find out here
Yeah.
in qualifying.
Alright, well, Temp is here, so Temp can run with Anthony now.
All right.
Oh my.
Vendetta and Wildside, line it up. Do they not hear me? Vendetta and Wildside.
Anthony David in Wildside. You know, filling some pretty big shoes here. I mean, this is a truck that is synonymous with, you know, World Championship caliber racing.
Brother, line up.
We're going to see if he can,
Go line up, Vendetta.
you know, translate
Go
that
line
into this pass on this elevated J-hook that we got set up here at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Qualifying with him, going to be Vendetta. Someone, you know, I haven't really seen a lot of. It's going to be interesting to see how he runs here.
Yeah, I got to see his training. He's been struggling a little bit now. The interesting thing is there's 3 rounds of qualifying. So you have one in each lane, and then you have a third optional one if you want to run better. So I mean, you kind of really throw it out there for the 2, and you know if you know nothing goes right for you, you have the third one where you can run safe. We'll see what he's got if that's the strategy here. But unfortunately, like I said, his kind of Hail Marys haven't been working out for him so
Pull
far.
up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially with all these guys, you know, vying for the top qualifier honors. I mean, arguably it's the most enviable position to be in a racing bracket of any caliber. But everyone's going to be trying to run hard, like you said. Now, if they get to that third lap, they're in a pretty good position. They can play it safe, kind of experiment. I get it, but I feel like we're going to see a couple of people who are coming up with that third lap as almost, you know, sort of like a last lifeline. We might see a lot of really fast times in that final round.
There we go.
Yeah,
Stage,
the lights
ready.
dropping here. Even off the line, Anthony destroys him off the line.
Oh my.
Anthony rolls it. He saves it, but not going to be able to save his time there. Vendetta
Yeah.
was a pretty decent lap there compared to his other one. He goes
Yeah,
2-5
Vendetta,
overall
not bad
right
at
now.
all. Kept it smooth. Just a tick above the 8-second mark, but still, I mean, it's pretty close to where he was in practice. So if he's able to clean up that turn, maybe not get as far out to the wall, then who knows? Maybe he can put up something in that, you know, mid-sevens range like we've been seeing from some of the faster guys.
Yeah, and we know Anthony, you know, maybe just a mishap there, because we know he can run faster than that. We'll see him again in round 2 and see if he can put up a better time, because he ran pretty solid in his practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this elevated J-hook, we've seen it time and time again. A lot of these guys have ran on it multiple times. It can still trip them up. Doesn't matter how much experience you've got. Getting down that ramp and straightening your truck out, you got to have it down to a science if you're going to be one of the guys that's going to walk out here with top qualifier honors.
Yeah, and that's kind of been one of the things that the drivers have been struggling with, keeping it under control once you get to that top speed, kind of not even just at the bottom of the ramp, but going into that straightaway. That's been a struggle for some people.
Yeah, definitely, because you don't want your truck to bottom out. If you start to wash out, get it towards the wall, you have to really adjust yourself the correct way. You have to adjust on the fly. And given that these ramps are here too, you got this, you know, double and triple in the blue lane and the red lane. You got that big, you know, tabletop with the fountain in there. One wrong move and you're going flying. You're ruining that truck and that body. And you're going to have to rely on less laps to get a faster time.
We've seen a couple crashes after the line. Hopefully these drivers will kind of get the bodies repaired or keep it clean so they don't have to make any repairs for tomorrow night with the main show.
Absolutely.
Now, this is an interesting pair here. This wasn't a planned one. Troubles for stabilizer. But this should be an interesting one. Oh, the lights on the drag speed most definitely go green. Unless Digger names something else in the studio green, they should be going green. Anyway, they're both stage, the lights are dropping. Carl Mega destroys him off the line, but I'm not sure what happened.
Carl Mega pushes a little wide there in the exit.
CRD, I'm not sure what happens with JCB Digatron.
Still a
He
really
hasn't left the
solid
line
car.
either.
Yeah, waiting to see
Alright, I am back.
what's happening.
What happened?
Okay, well, just
Up
go.
there.
But yeah,
CRD and the JCB Digatron.
trouble for Carl Mega because I don't know what happened there. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah, looked a little loose going through the exit of that turn. Truck pushed a little wide. Wasn't quite able to keep it as tight as he would have liked to. CRD takes it a little too tight there. And he comes away with a decent time, but definitely not where he wanted to be. And looking back at practice, not where he was running, because see his fast time there, 7.55.
Carl Mega DQ'd?
Yeah, he red lit.
Oh.
And a red light on Bakugan Dragonoid. That's an unfortunate break, but that's what comes with deep staging on, you know, these
I'm not
lights.
sure, honestly. I don't know if he deep staged or if he legitimately red lit because
He kind of looked like he was pretty deep in the stage, honestly. I don't think he
was
red
deep,
lit.
but he wasn't deep to turn the first light off. So yeah, I don't know. He might have just gunned it a little too early, and then with how deep he was staged, triggered it. I'm not sure though. So that actually means CRD goes P5 overall right now, but I imagine he wants to run faster than that.
Alright, be right back.
We'll get to our next pair here. Assuming Joe Joanna's still not here. Yeah.
Here we go. Up next in qualifying, Max D Thunder Roars. Looks like Jake gets a little bit into the wall there. What a turn though. Thunder Roars, however, Arjon runs the fastest time that we've seen so far. 7.366. Jake, even with that bobble going down the straight, still turns a 7.5, a 7.591. Definitely, I don't think as fast as he would have liked, but given the circumstances, he really drove it in there nice.
What happened?
Really drove it in there nicely, controlled it well. Arjon just ran fastest time.
Oh, wow.
He's been looking good in that Thunder Roars. He has been absolutely solid all season long. I mean, taking a look back at the standings, finished pretty close behind Jake and Max D in the overall points.
So she can run with, what's his name?
Jackson.
I mean, taking a look at it, you would think, you know, that Arjon would be the odds-on favorite here. I mean, 7 racing wins on the season is incredibly... There are 6 racing wins on the regular season, 7 counting preseason. Really impressive stuff.
Arjon was a racing threat just about all season, almost at every stop.
Yeah, he's proving it here in Orlando too.
And I mean, I feel like almost the final event points, or the final points, don't even quite do justice with how close that the series was for most of the season. Between E5 and you know, first, there's only about maybe 15 points max that ever separate that gap until later in the season due to mishap within some of the trucks. But Joe Joanna didn't quite keep up with that top 5, but Joe Joanna, I believe has maybe 1 or 2 racing wins on the season. So Joe Joanna has been impressive. Jackson wasn't able to get on the result stage, but he was solid all season. Maybe more so in freestyle than racing, but he had his racing moments. We'll see if we can get any here as he is staged. Go Joanna getting staged.
And how about Joanna with just the overall improvement that she has had in the past, year or so?
Oh my
goodness!
Oh,
This Jurassic attack is up and over, but look at Stabilizer.
Jurassic attack got it off the line, but couldn't keep it in the turn. Rolled it over, able to save it and finish the lap, but not gonna go where he wanted it to.
Yeah, definitely not. And Joanna, not quite the time that she wanted. 7.666. Kind of lost speed coming out of the exit of the turn. And that's going to be crucial because you can have a great tight turn, but if you don't have the speed to the line, then all these other guys are going to have more momentum going towards that finisher, going to get the faster times. So she looks smooth, just needs to pick up
I don't know
the
why
speed.
the green isn't neon. It just isn't.
The green is going.
But
just,
it's not neon.
It's not neon.
Which it should be, but
I don't know. I don't think it's that hard to see though. I think this is a bit of a skill issue. The script is just gonna make. I'm pretty sure the script is gonna
As we
color that, but.
yeah, let's test it.
Yeah, it works fine. Anyway, I believe, that will conclude round 1 of qualifying here. So Arjan currently at the top of the board.
Yeah, no surprise there. I mean, really good stuff from him. Turned a fast lap, kept it clean, which we've really only seen from a couple of guys.
Dude, how hard is it to manage this late drop like that?
Take it flat, by the way.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when you reset the lights, it just changes the color back. Like if I do that, it puts the color back. So it's maybe for a chance a bit of a skill issue.
Here we go. We're
Alright, we're gonna get
kick
Criminal and Brandon are gonna line up here.
Yeah, two heavy hitters that are gonna be coming up next here as we get a good look in the pits at some of the trucks that we've got here. We got Stabilizer, Mohawk Warrior, cracking with a little bit of damage. Some trucks losing some of the body in their laps due to some small rolls. I mean,
well, some bigger than others.
yeah.
Now, round 2 of qualifying.
Yeah.
Criminal hasn't been looking super fast, but for the most part, he's been consistent. Brandon has shown some signs of being fast, especially in practice, although he hasn't been able to get into that real low 5, kind of been real low 7. He's kind of been mid 7. Criminal has pretty consistently been running kind of the higher end 7s, but he's reached into the lower ones. We'll see if we can get it done.
Oh, takes it a little wide there in the turn. Wow, look at Brandon.
Oh,
yeah,
do
Brandon.
Not ruin that chrome body,
7.587. Criminal with the Criminal actually ran a 7.6. I believe that's one of his fastest times this weekend. Just cleared the track of that hood.
Aside from taking that turn a little wide, he looked fairly clean. You know, I mean, especially with that beautiful chrome Gravedigger body. I mean,
What's coming up next? I don't know which pair is next. It looks like it's gonna be Vendetta and Lotso. Yeah, Vendetta.
beautiful, beautiful looking truck.
And Brandon was
not?
happy. Brandon says he's happy with those times. He's not going to run round 3. He won't. So Brandon, we'll see how he ends up at the end of qualifying. But his final time will be a 7.550.
Like I said earlier, Wild Side right here, being driven by Anthony David, didn't quite have the lap that he wanted in the first round of qualifying, clipping that little dirt mound in the blue lane and unfortunately rolling it. He was able to save it and finish the lap, but I know that's definitely not the result that he wanted.
Vendetta sleeping on the line again this time. Vendetta's
Outside a
a
bit
lot
wide.
Yeah, he's wide, but he gets a lap in.
Gets a lap,
Oh!
but unfortunately, it
Oh
is
my!
just a hair above 8 seconds, which, I mean, you take a look back at what he did in the practice session. He did
By the way-
run an 8.5 second time, but he ran a 7.7 in there, and I'm sure he was hoping for something a little bit more around that range. So he might need that third lap, like we were mentioning earlier, to rely on a really good time.
By the way, Jake,
Here,
you want to do a
Arjuna
Conqueror's
he
game night?
drove into the wall and died. And yeah, you can see both of them wanting to use their third lap, wanting to maybe quick up the time. And yeah, if you're running in the 8s, you really want to kind of clean it up at this point, or at least lay down a solid lap, get into the 7s, because that's really where you want to be on the
Well,
track.
yeah, especially someone of Anthony's caliber. We know he can be fast. We've seen it plenty of times in the past. He would really like to improve and get in that, upper echelon of times.
And he'll get a shot to do so later. As our next pair here is going to be Son of the Digger taking on Kraken in the second round of qualifying.
Yeah.
Son of the Digger at the line, Kraken making his way up now.
In, Omar, second fastest time, one of only 2 guys to get into the 7.3 range in the first round of qualifying. On top of that, 3 racing wins on the season. He's your points champion. Jake, do you think he's got more momentum than anybody coming into this World Finals?
Definitely. He wasn't able to get a win in the final stop, but it wasn't really necessarily about winning for him. When he came into the final show, all he needed to do was make it into round 2 to win the lock up the point series. I mean, he's got plenty of momentum. Although Kraken kind of has more momentum coming off the
He
line.
takes it a little
And
too
yeah,
early
he's
into the turn.
big trouble. He's still kind of made up and crossed for Kraken there. Kraken gonna get the better of the
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Oh, trouble.
Major
trouble there.
issues
And
Nice
over
for
line.
Kraken.
And unfortunately for Omar, very uncharacteristic lap out of him that resulted in 8.358. He might, I don't know if he's gonna, feel comfortable walking away with P2. I know he wants to go out there and get P1, so I think he's gonna try and go for a third lap. And yeah, he is. He's parking up there at the top, which all the drivers that are parking at the top will be running a third lap. So that he joins them up there.
Yeah, Kraken parked at the bottom. Not sure if he's done maybe some issues with the truck left speed. Because I'd imagine, I don't know, Steeler, we've seen him go fast before at other events. He's not necessarily known for his racing, but he can be fast. And yeah, maybe some issues with these parked. He's pulled back up and he's parked it up there now. As we get to our next pair, going to be El Toro Loco and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior.
Yeah, both of them were already making their way up here, very organized. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior going to line up in that red lane. And El Toro Loco, Rob, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if he can keep up this trend of running really solid laps, just getting better every time we've seen him. Went from a 7.7 in his practice lap, 7.541 in his round 1 time.
Restage.
As looks like we have a small issue with the Pro Tree. Drivers are going to have to restage. Rob almost getting towards deep staging a bit. Looks like Mohawk Warrior is too.
Mohawk Warrior is very deep stage, I think. Yep.
And it's a red light on Mohawk Warrior.
Well,
Yeah,
El Toro Loco, whoa.
El Toro
Look at
Loco
Rob.
pretty solid, maybe a bit of a slow exit, but otherwise a really solid lap. He goes P3 at least for the round 2 time. Let's see where that goes overall. A 7.687.
I mean, the Pro Tree does in fact show the red lit, so I think you did red light.
Well, it's because he deep stage.
Mid 7. And unfortunately, it banks with a 7.804. Not a bad time, but I'd imagine with that DQ, a 8.5 is actually, yeah, I'd imagine he's probably gonna go for that third lap.
Yeah, I would too.
So I'd imagine he's gonna want to. But yeah, 7.804 would have been the time, although it is
Connor
a DQ
back up
red
and
light.
It's
restage.
gonna be interesting. Banks, if you want your third round pass, you're gonna have to park up at the top.
Would it be Connor and JoJo Anna?
Yeah, it's meant to be. Connor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then Jojo.
And you gotta imagine that maybe kind of shakes up Banks a little bit because now it's very crucial because he wants to go fast, but he also needs to get in a successful lap. So do you run it easy, make sure you get a
absolutely.
okay time, or do you really push it so you can get that
Connor,
good
you
time?
can't be in that
Well,
lane.
it's also more or less of a fact. I feel like
Hey,
seeing
get him.
some of these
Don't run the
passes, seeing
race.
some of these
Get him out of that
pairings.
lane. You can't run that lane again.
I feel like some of the pairings, as the drivers had a little bit of confusion there with the lanes they were in for this second pass.
Yeah, he has not ran.
Something else that I see these drivers doing in their pairings, I feel like they're running with a real race mentality. The only race that you're having is against the clock. If you're worrying about what the guy's doing in the other lane, then that's going to mess up all your your thought process, your juju to run your own best lap. You don't necessarily even have to go at the same time that the other person
is in
does
the
either.
wall.
Look at CRD's slight bobble, but otherwise a really solid lap. Joe Joanna runs pretty solid too. CRD with the 7.604, I believe he improves with that, and yeah, he does. Although I gotta be honest, I believe he's gonna be want to run faster than that. Joe Joanna with a 8.045.
Yeah, and
Man, it's looking like the whole
not
field
as much
is
of
gonna
an
wanna
improvement as she would have liked.
Around 3. Wow.
Round 3 is still in pairs, and I actually don't know how lane choice works for that. I don't know if it's the faster guy or if it's
Alright, is
slower or
Carl
whatever.
Omega running on his own?
Is there nobody for him to run with?
There's Jackson.
Have him run with Arjon,
Oh, Arjon, get your truck.
and then me and Jackson would run.
Brother.
Why has Vendetta?
Yeah,
brother,
why
what
are
are you moving around for?
Wait, didn't Arjon already run in that lane?
Oh yeah, he did already run in that lane.
Oh.
Yeah, they both ran the red lane. So, okay, well, either me or Jackson needs to run with Carl Mega then.
It'd probably make the most sense if you did, and then Arjon run with Jackson, because didn't Jackson run the red lane?
No, me and Jackson both ran the blue lane.
Oh, right.
Jackson, you're running with Carr. Line up.
Here we go. We're gonna have Bakugan Dragonoid. Carl Mega looked really good in his first round lap. Unfortunately, a red light from the Pro Tree kept him from getting a time. It was a DQ. Trask Attack in that blue lane took a bit of a tumble getting near the wall protection, looking to try and lay down a better lap here.
Oh, Jackson's gets
Yeah, maybe
square
Carl
up
Mega a
on-
little
Oh.
he tapped the wall a little bit. That kind of messed up his corner. Unfortunately,
Oh,
they're
they
both
both
in
do!
trouble here.
Oh my goodness! They almost hit each other there.
Carl Mega with the 7.937. And
You know
Jurassic
he's gonna
Attack
go
with
for a third lap.
8.337.
If
Yeah,
I
and
were Carl
maybe-
Mega,
Maybe Carl Mega a little psyched out about the light because you saw him. He definitely, I would say, you slept there against Jackson. Although in qualifying, you're racing against the clock, so it doesn't quite matter.
yeah. As here we go, another pairing between Arjon and Jake. These two duked it out all season long, finishing second and third in the points respectively. Jake looking to improve after, really bringing it back from a big bobble, hitting the wall in the blue lane. Still ran a 7.5. And he is looking solid, but he takes it a little wide. Arjon keeps it tighter at a
Oh, look at this!
7.491
Look, colliding over
for
the
Arjon.
What?
So now in consecutive rounds, he has put up the fastest time. Jake, no improvement, but he's very close looking, consistent even with bobbles, a 7.637. But that even with Jake, someone of his caliber, even with good times like that, he's going to want to go even faster.
What's it looking like?
Arjon, on the other hand, with, 7.36 and a 7.49, both of the fastest laps of each round so far. I think that he can probably sit comfortably,
Alright.
hoping that he's at least the fastest or the second fastest.
Well, let's run Criminal with Vendetta. So pick the lane that you want to go in.
Criminal Nick Miller in that beautiful chrome Gravedigger, looking to get one last shot at P1, going back into that blue lane. Maybe he felt a little more confident in that lane, as Vendetta lining up in that red lane. What an eventful night it has been for him, as, you know, Vendetta really looking to improve, but Nick in that Gravedigger.
I already did delete the
He
mod.
already
he's one
did.
Tough cookie. He's one tough cookie, and he really knows how to race on these tracks that, you know, are seemingly a little more difficult than others. So let's see if he can run a faster lap
Uh-oh,
here.
back up.
Yeah,
Do not-
Vendetta's staging way deep. And
Yes,
yeah,
bit of
he's banging up a
bit of
little bit.
staging issues there for Vendetta.
Go!
Oh, he sleeps on the line. Maybe for the better, though. Oh,
Oh,
big
no.
foul by Criminal. Don't think we're going to see improvement. Vendetta swings it way wide once again. He's
Oh
carrying
my
the momentum,
goodness!
Oh
though.
my lord, what a tumble.
That body may as well not be running.
How is it still on?
Hey, Vendetta improved
'Cause
7.712.
there's no
He gets
body
into the
breakers
sevens.
on it.
That'll be his time. So the final time for Vendetta is
Good stuff for
7.712. The final time for Criminal going to be a 7.6. Sorry, yeah, a 7.683 will be the final time for Criminal.
You know, honestly, I really thought that with Vendetta backing up as
back
much
up
as he
wild
did,
side.
that he was gonna red light.
He backed. I don't. If he didn't back up, he was definitely going to. He was very far front, or he was
As
very
here we
forward.
go, two heavy hitters. Yeah, Omar Camacho and that son of a digger. Looking to
Yeah.
improve even further from a 7.39. That just shows he is determined to be the top dog out here. But wild side, Anthony David.
Anthony
looking to try and
struggled a bit.
improve.
We'll see. And better, way
Oh,
better lap.
wow.
He's a little wide for Omar as well, but they're gonna cross together. Oh,
And surprisingly a lot slower than I thought they would be. 7.616 for Omar, and a
Oh, oh.
7.712 for Anthony. So that means that, well, actually, that 7.712 is going to be his time. That's actually the fastest that he's put down out of his laps.
yeah, Digger with the slowest and I think going wide is what slowed him down there. Still, I mean, the more laps you get in, the more consistent you get. Oh, Jack Septic Fan is here. So I guess he can run, but he won't get his practice
Julian
lap.
DeShazer! Yes! Oh my god. America wins.
Now,
America wins here.
is Kraken here to do this? Yeah, Kraken is here. It was supposed to be Kraken and Son of a Digger, I think.
Yeah, but I ran with wild side. So
Oh, okay. Well, it'll
run.
be Kraken and El Toro Loco then.
Kraken, El Toro Loco, our next pairing here. As Jake had just mentioned, Steeler and Kraken, El Toro Loco. Rob trying to hopefully not tumble as bad this time, even if he doesn't improve. 7.5.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know how.
Oh,
he
no!
messes up. He's
Oh,
DNF
no.
anyway, so it's not going to matter. But as I was gonna say, Rob has already ran a 7.5, which is a pretty solid time. So, and Rob is kind of consistently in that 7.7 range, that 7, maybe 4 even. We haven't seen him run one yet, but
And after 2 rolls, they're gonna have to completely replace that crazy bowl for tomorrow. They're gonna have to get a new body on it.
hey,
It'll be interesting to
Steeler into the 7s finally, 7.975. It's a high 7, but it's still into the 7, which is where you want to be on this track.
see. And you know, I mean, you look at the spread of, you know, Steelers' times. I mean, fairly consistent, although not fast. Still really consistently around the same time, and consistency is key in a competition like this.
Yeah, our next pair here, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, Hunter behind the wheel, taking on Joe Joanna.
Yeah, battle of sponsors here. See who's going to get a faster time. I mean, Joanna, like I said, she's been steadily improving, becoming more and more of a threat as a racer. Banks,
Even off
you
the
know,
line.
he's had his flashes.
Yeah,
Which is
Banks,
really
he
impressive
swings
stuff.
it wide, but he carries a lot of speed. He's going to actually cross first. Don't know if he'll get the better of the times, but he does
He
cross
will, yeah.
first. He does. 7.675 really isn't a bad time for, especially for how wide he went.
And that will be his official time. I mean, you take a look at the others, an 8.3, an 8.5, and a DQ.
Alright,
I think he's going to be pretty happy with 7.6.
Yeah, and you look at his practice times, he wasn't much slower in practice. That is his best lap that he's ran all weekend. We'll see if he continues to kind of pick up speed here.
I have to go after the round 3, so Julian's times will not be. I have to go for a little bit, so.
Alright, well, we're almost done. I can run Jack. Anyway,
Then we're gonna do
we
the
got
body
Connor.
review.
Connor.
Light from JCB.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no,
And
but
he's
it's not
over.
gonna matter. He rolls it over.
Carl Mega looking to run a better lap here. And he does. 7.587. Is that going to beat his other laps? It will, actually. That's pretty close to his practice time. That will be his official time.
Yeah, so he quickens it up. CRD, unfortunately, no improvement there.
He
Due to
definitely
rolling
cleaned
over.
it up, too. He looked great off the light. Ran a really clean pass. Wasn't quite the fastest, but he definitely made sure he got into that
And a
mid-7s
final,
range.
I think.
So that he could be competitive in the actual bracket.
Alright.
Yeah, the
I guess it's
CRD
Boris
not
and Max
gonna have a super fast time. He's gonna have to come from maybe the, I don't know if it'll be the lower half, but he's not gonna get one of the round 1 buys. I can say that.
Alright, let's just run
Yeah,
Boris
top
on
8
it.
in qualifying do in fact go into round number 2. That means the other 16 drivers are going to have to duke it out for a spot to race one of those top 8. So that means one last lap that they got to run. But you got to think, you know, those guys coming out of round 1, whoever wins, they're going to have a little bit more of an advantage. Sure, those top 8 were faster than everybody, but given how the track conditions can change, I feel like, you know, those guys coming out of round 1 are going to have a little bit of an edge, a little more of an advantage over those top 8 qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely.
Arjon, line it up.
I mean, we've definitely seen it in the past where we've even seen, you know, number 1 seeds in qualifying, top qualifiers going out in their very first lap on the track just because they got a guy who figured it out in his first lap.
You're running with Jake. I'll give up.
Man, look at that beautiful overboard.
It's just to get the lights going. Arjon comes straight off the line. Oh, he's in
He's
the
in the
wall.
wall though, and it sends him straight into that dirt mound.
Yeah.
He's already P1.
although I'm
Oh
Arguably
my!
the worst lap we've seen from him yet, as Overboard has yet to leave the line.
No, Max, you didn't hear me. That's just to get the lights going.
Oh,
I
Fair
was the
enough.
one driving the truck. Alright,
do you mind if I
Wow.
stay in this so I can run laps after everybody else goes?
well, the seat's gone.
The seat is in fact gone, that's horrible.
Jack in my truck. It's driving around.
As here we go, we're gonna see Jake Keys in the blue lane where he slapped the ball. Funny enough, ran his fastest time that we've seen from him so far tonight in a Jurassic Attack status, looking to try and
Oh no! Oh no!
improve
He
here
just red light.
as he avoided the red light.
He was over the line.
Look
now.
at Jake. How about that? 7.391. And you know what? That's going to put him ahead of Son of a Digger by 4 1,000ths of a second. It's not quite P1, but P2, and he's going to guarantee himself a round 1 bye. I think. Actually, no, never mind. No one's guaranteed a round 1 bye.
Alright.
Crown the Empire! Let's go!
We couldn't lock in for the poll.
I love
which
this
I'm
song.
okay with.
I love this song. It's so good.
We were able to get
Everybody,
I'll take
it's
it.
time to head to the main stage.
Had to lock in on. I'm gonna run Jack while you do that.
Main stage.
Yes. Max,
Oh my
Oh, well, Jack left the game. Jack can rejoin the game.
I don't even know where the main stage is.
It's over here. It's in the pit harder.
There you have it.
Oh, hold on, Max. I thought I made the. Hold on.
It's not, the stage ain't even collidable.
Max, you might want to move.
I'm not in the stage anymore.
Okay, it's collidable.
Yes!
Alright, well. We have wrapped up qualifying here. As I will come out here with Max Hulbert. Max, right here. Robert O'Neill in Thunder Roars is your top qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at all of the season stats coming in, I would not call this a shock at all. He was the guy to beat when it came to racing. And I mean, I mentioned it earlier 6 racing wins on the regular season. That is double what we saw from anybody else. Just dominant performance after dominant performance. And I feel like he's coming in, with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, finishing third in the points behind Jake and yourself in the Son of a Digger. I feel like he's coming in here with a bit of a chip on his shoulder and trying to prove something. He's trying to prove, hey, I may have not been there in the points. I may have not been able to take over from the top guys out here, but I want to walk out of here a champion. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And, walking away with the top qualifier honors, pretty good way of making a first statement this weekend.
And him coming into racing, he might be one of the threats. I mean, he's been a threat all season, but he might be one bigger of a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, looking back at his qualifying rounds, may have not ran the cleanest in his optional third round just to try and, improve and go even faster than he did with 7.366, which I believe is the second fastest time that we saw posted the entire weekend. Just really impressive stuff, but he was consistent. He was very consistent across both of his laps, ran a 7.3 and a 7.4 in consecutive passes, which I don't think we really saw from anybody else.
Yeah, for sure. As we're going to get down to the end of the pit party to get some trucks being revealed.
It's going to be great to see these designs that these drivers and, their crews worked on. Maybe even, some fan help design. We've seen that in the past as well, but we're going to see these reveals here. I've heard that some of the bodies are absolutely stunning on these trucks that are being debuted.
Now, it isn't an official body. It was what he was supposed to bring out just to show the fans here. Duncan, unfortunately, might not be making it here. But here it is. The red overboard.
Wow. Beautiful red overboard design. Looking sharp, looking clean. Hopefully we do get to see Duncan run it. It's always a treat getting to watch Duncan run, especially in a truck that looks as beautiful as this one. I can only imagine what we got here for the second body reveal. As we will see more designs revealed tomorrow due to the guys qualifying, getting their trucks out there, and they don't want to destroy that brand new body that they're going to be debuting. But here we go. The new Avenger. Wow. Look at that beautiful Nomad design.
As some parts were just not working or welded, so.
And that truck sits pretty high. That body is up there. It's looking beautiful. And I think these fans are looking forward to seeing that beautiful brand new Avenger design flying through the night sky here in Orlando.
And some trucks that might be running next season. Maybe.
Oh my. I can only imagine what we got here.
You gotta go to the far end, where we're going from right to left.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new Black Panther Monster Jam truck.
Yeah, unfortunately, tires went flat for them sitting here for so long.
We've got a brand new line of 4 newly designed Marvel monster trucks, which we will be seeing next season, driven by some of the top talents that MJDT has to offer. That beautiful, sleek Black Panther design, accompanied by the new, brand new design for the Iron Man monster truck. Just look at that thing. That looks mean, and it looks like it's ready to tear up the competition. Two out of the 4 already. It only makes you think, what else could they have in store? Are we gonna see some new trucks? Are we gonna see some new superheroes that we haven't seen before? Or are we gonna see some revamped legends? And by the sound of the music blaring over the loudspeakers here at the pit party, I think we're seeing a revamped oldie. One of the first Marvel Monster Jam trucks that we ever saw. New and improved, the Amazing Spider-Man. These new designs are just nothing short of incredible looking, sleek, great looking trucks that I'm sure that, you know, gonna attract a big kid fan audience. You know, the kids love Marvel Monster Jam trucks. They love Marvel, they love superheroes, and seeing their favorite superhero monster trucks flying through the sky on a big dirt track is going to be nothing short of spectacular. On to the 4th and final brand new design. Arguably the most different, I feel, out of all of the new Marvel designs that we're seeing here. We got the Black Panther, we got the Iron Man, we got the Amazing Spider-Man. Last but never least, we have the God of Thunder, the brand new and improved Thor monster truck. Flying through the sky with those wings and Mjolnir on the back, this is going to be a powerhouse on the track, trying to top the charts and top the standings. That's what I'm saying. We need them on beam already.
Now, one thing I did want to show off here before we go off the air. We'll get a word with him soon. But over here, where Max D is parked, we have all of these old bodies over here.
Yeah, taking a trip down memory lane of all the iconic Maximum Destruction Max D bodies. There's Tom Menth, Neil Elliott, Craig Christensen, Chuck Werner, you name them, these guys ran these bodies into the ground. You got the Goldberg, you got Team Mentz, the Max D Nitro from the inaugural Superstar Challenge, the OG Maximum destruction, one of the most famous monster trucks in modern history, as well as the 10th anniversary Glow Max D, which completed and landed technically the first ever double backflip in monster truck history. It's a wild statement, Jackson.
Well, the pit